Hey there. Welcome to CyberPulse by Quantum Shield, the podcast where we make cybersecurity less intimidating and a lot more exciting. Every episode, we're diving into the latest digital drama, from sneaky hackers to the coolest defense strategies, all while sharing tips you can actually use. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's navigate this crazy digital world together.
Ever had that moment, like right before a big presentation, and you go to grab your laptop and it's just gone?
Oh, yeah.
Poof. All your confidential data, gone with it. We're diving into endpoint security best practices today.
Right, because who needs that kind of stress?
Exactly. We're going to break this down so even, someone who's not exactly a tech whiz can get it.
Love it. Everyone needs to know this stuff.
Absolutely. So we've got this guide, right? And it's packed with all these actions you can take.
Okay.
And what we want to do is we want to pull out the stuff that makes you go, oh, okay, that's why this matters,
Makes sense.
Let's talk about those software updates, the ones that always seem to pop up at the worst possible time.
Oh, tell me about it. Happens every time.
That's patch management, and it's not just some annoying thing. Think of it like this. Hackers, they're like digital burglars, right?
Okay.
And they're always scanning for like an unlocked window, a weak spot in your software. And each patch, it's like you going and boarding up those vulnerabilities before they can get in.
Makes sense. You gotta stay one step ahead.
Exactly. And then we've got the dynamic duo, antivirus and anti-malware. So antivirus, that's like your security guard at the door.
Yeah.
Check-in IDs.
Right. But anti-malware, that's more like...
Anti-malware, that's like your digital detective, sniffing out the sneaky threats that the antivirus might not even see coming.
And the cool thing is, antivirus these days, it's not just about knowing every single virus out there. It's like, it can tell if something's acting fishy, even if it hasn't broken in yet. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. So it's getting smart.
Exactly. Behavioral analysis. It's a future of security, honestly.
Wow. Okay. So it's not even just about reacting anymore. It's about anticipating. That's incredible. And speaking of keeping those unwanted guests out, let's talk about application control.
The digital bouncer, right?
Yes. Specifically, whitelisting. So instead of trying to block every single bad actor out there, this is about being really picky about who gets in, kind of like a VIP list for your computer.
It's way more effective than blacklisting, trying to block every single bad app.
That sounds impossible.
It's like swatting at mosquitoes in a swamp. You're never going to get them all.
So you're saying it's better to have a strong defense.
Exactly. Building that fortress.
But even with the best defenses, there's always, that one weak point.
Oh, absolutely.
Human error. And I'll be honest, I have almost fallen for some of those too good to be true emails. I'm not going to lie.
You're getting good.
Yeah, they are good. So user training, absolutely essential.
Think about it. Social engineering. It's like picking the lock on that digital fortress we were talking about. Way easier to trick someone into opening the door than to break it down, right?
Right, like those phishing scams.
Exactly. You click that link, and boom, you're in trouble.
And that's why we have strong authentication, like having that extra lock on the door. It's that two-factor authentication, the thing you probably use for your social media, right?
Yep. And with everyone working from coffee shops, airports, home.
Everywhere but the office these days.
It's not just for Facebook anymore. It's for everything.
Like having a bodyguard for your data wherever you go. And then there's endpoint encryption. So imagine this. Your laptop, it gets stolen. But your data, it's all scrambled, totally unreadable unless you have the key.
With a digital safety deposit box, that's full disk encryption, FDE.
Yeah.
So even if someone gets their hands on your device, they can't do anything with it. It's just gibberish to them.
Okay, so last but not least, let's talk about I guess you could say the superhero of endpoint security. Backups.
Backups.
Remember that time you almost lost that super important file?
Every week.
Right. Backups, they're your safety net. You can recover even if disaster strikes.
What people don't always get is that backups, they're not just about getting that file back. It's about keeping your business going,
Business continuity.
Right. Like what happens if you get hit with ransomware? A solid backup strategy, and that's the 3-2-1 rule, by the way, can save you.
3, 2, 1. I gotta look that one up.
3 copies of your data, 2 different types of storage, 1 copy offsite. Golden rule of backups.
So endpoint security. It's not just one thing.
Yep.
It's about having all your bases covered.
Multiple layers of defense.
Right. Strong tech, smart users, and a really good plan B. And C and D.
Always have a backup plan. Or 3.
Now, here's a thought before we wrap up. When was the last time you updated your passwords?
Ooh, good question.
Just something to think about. Until next time, stay safe out there.
Thanks for hanging out with us on CyberPulse. Remember, cybersecurity doesn't have to be scary. It's all about staying sharp and a little bit savvy. Keep learning, stay curious, and don't let those cyber gremlins get you down. Catch you next time, and until then, stay safe, stay smart, and keep crushing it online.